Hey kiddos, welcome to day 2 of Elapsed Time. You are going to need this sheet out again. Remember, it has elapsed time, it has hills and rocks. You're going to need that for today as we practice more of this. You are going to make sure that you follow along because it's super important that you follow along, otherwise you're going to be totally lost. And you will have an assessment at the end of today's lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lower me in the corner. All right, today we're going to be talking again about elapsed time. You're going to have either a start time or an end time, and you're going to be giving a certain amount of time. And we have to find either the start time today or the end time. All right, so let's get started. Our first one says we're going to find the start time. That means we don't know the start time. We know that our end time is 6:10. And we know that our elapsed time is 25 minutes. All right, so on your paper, you should have written that your end time is 6:10, your elapsed time is 25 minutes. Pause the video if you need to get that filled in, and then press play. All right, kiddos, so this is on the end, so we are going to minus here, and everything we do will be subtraction. All right, kiddos, so if we're at 6:10, are we going to do a hill or a rock? You said a hill of 10, you're exactly right. So this is a minus 10. Okay, so I'm going to pull 610, and I'm going to minus 10. All right, 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. And then we drop our 6. Now, when we get to 6 o'clock, we must remember in time, 0, 0, as well as the number 60 is super important. You can't cross either one of those. So when I get to 0, 0 here, I need to change that to 60. Now, if I'm on the minus side of the clock, this has to get smaller. So that 6 will become a 5. Okay, so now we're at 560. We're good to go. Again, you cannot go past double zeros when you're telling time because everything is in minutes of 60. So we are at 10. We need to go 25 minutes. So can I do another 10? If you said yes, you are correct. I can do another 10 minutes. So draw another hill of 10, and then we are going to minus 10 from the bottom. 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. Drop your 5. I'm at 550. I'm going to move it up here just because I am running out of space. Excuse me. And then let's check our time. I'm at 10:20, and I have to go 25 minutes. So what am I going to use next to go 25 minutes? If you said a hill of 5, you are correct, because then I would be at 10:25, and I would be at my 25 minutes. So I'm going to minus 5. What is 0 minus 5? Well, if you said I can't do it, you're exactly right. So 5 becomes a 4, and 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. Drop your 4. Drop your 5. Now let's double check. Did we go our elapsed time? Because we're not done until we've went this time. 10:25. So yeah, we went 25 minutes. So our start time would be 5:45. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and erase then. So erase your boards. Kiddos, you can pause the video while you erase because it might take you a little bit longer than me. All right, let's go back to our PowerPoint here and see what we have next for our times. All right, so for that last one, we should have gotten an answer of 5:45, which we did. All right, kiddos, here's our next one. We have an end time of 2:05. Our elapsed time is 30 minutes. So I'm going to fill in that my end time is 2:05, and I have to go 30 minutes on my elapsed time. All right, so kiddos, this is what your paper should look like here. Okay, let me double check that and make sure that is, I just want to make sure that we are doing, yeah, we are finding a start time there. All right, kiddos. So we are starting at 2:05. If I'm at an end time and I'm trying to find that start time, it is minus. So I have to go 30 minutes. Now remember, I have to get it down to double zeros. How am I going to get 2:05 down to double zeros? If you said to minus by 5, you are exactly right. So I'm going to write 205 minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Drop your 0, drop your 2. So right now it's at 2 o'clock. So what do we do when we have double zeros? We're going to change that to 60. And then we're on the minus side of the clock, so it's going to become 160. 160. All right, so what am I going to do now? I'm only at 5 minutes, and I need to go 30 minutes. So I'm going to do another hill of 10. All right, so I'm going to minus 10. 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. Drop your 1. I'm at 150. Let's check our times again. I'm at 10:15, and I need to be at 30. So I'm not close yet. So let's go ahead and do another hill of 10. All right, so I'm going to minus 10. 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 1 is 4. It's right now 140. So again, I've lost some, I ran out of space, so I'm going to just put 140 up at the top here. All right, so let's check our time. How much elapsed time have we used? 10, 20, 5, 25, and I need to go 30. So what am I going to use if I'm at 25 and I need to go 30? If you said that we're going to use a hill of 5, you're exactly right. I am going to minus 5 here. All right, what is 0 minus 5? Well, if I have 0 things, I can't subtract 5, so 4 becomes a 3, 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Drop your 3, drop your 1. 135. Let's see where we're at here with time. 10, 20, 5, 30. So because I'm at 30 minutes, I know that I'm finished. And my start time then is going to be 1:35. All right, kiddos, you're going to go ahead and erase your boards. Pause the video if you need to. So that your last answer was 1:35. All right, here's our next time. Now, notice that your directions has changed. This time it says to find the end time. We know the start time. And we know that our elapsed time is 23 minutes. So this time when I'm filling out my sheet, my start time will be 6:40, and my elapsed time will be 23 minutes. So when you fill out your sheet, this is what it should look like. This time they gave us a start time of 6:40, and they gave us an elapsed time of 23 minutes. Pause the video if you need to get caught up there. So on start times, we must add. Okay, so when we have a start time, we are going to add. All right, kiddos, what are we going to add first, a hill or a rock? If you said a hill of 10, you're exactly right. So I'm going to do a plus 10 there. So I'm going to pull my start time, 6:40. Please remember that it is addition when we're doing start times. So plus 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 1 is 5, and then drop your 6. So right now we're at 6:50 for our end time. I've only went 10 minutes, and I have to go 23 minutes. So am I close? You said no, you're correct. So I can do another 10 minutes plus 10. So I'm going to do 10 minutes here plus 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 1 is 6. Drop your 6. Now, that's the magical number in telling time, 60. When I get to 60, I am then at a new hour. So that 60 becomes a double 0. And then I drop my 6. Then I make it a bigger hour. I make it a 7. Because when I change this to double zeros, this must get bigger, just like in plus. So that answer there is 7 o'clock. Now let's see how much time we need to do. I did 10, 20, and I need to go 23 minutes. So am I finished yet? No, I'm not. So 10, 20, what would I need to do to get to 23 minutes if I'm at 20 minutes at this time? If you said to do a rock of 3, you're exactly right. So I am going to add 3 minutes to this time. 0 plus 3 is 0. Drop your 0, drop your 7. 7:03. Let's see. 10, 23. I'm at 23 minutes. So my final end time is 7:03. All right, let's make sure that we are right there. So our final time should have been 7:03. All right, kiddos, erase your boards. Let's go ahead and do another one. So this one says that our start time there is 10:55. It says that we have an elapsed time of 17 minutes. And up at the very top there, it says that we are finding an end time. So we're going to start time at 10:55. Our elapsed time is 17 minutes. So when you set up your board, this is how it should look, kiddos. You should have a 10:55 and you should have a 17. All right, we are on the start time, so we are going to be adding. All right, so it's 10:55. What's our magical number in telling time? Our magical numbers are double zeros and 60. So what are we closest to? Double zeros right now are 60. You said we're closer to 60. You're exactly right. What am I going to add? Because we're adding right now. What are we going to add to 55 to get 60? If you said that we're going to add a hill of 5, you're exactly right. We're going to add a hill of 5. So I'm going to pull my 10:55. I'm going to add 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 1 plus 5 is 6. Drop your 10. What do we do when it gets to 60? On 60, it becomes double zeros. And because we're adding, the hour gets bigger. So I have an hour of 11. I'm going to pull that up here just because I ran out of space. All right, so an hour of 11 now. I've only went 5 minutes. I need to go a total of 17 minutes. So what am I going to do? Well, can I do a plus 10? Well, let's see. If I put a plus 10 here, let's see what minutes we're at. 10, 15. Is 15 smaller than 17? Yeah, so I can do a plus 10. So I'm going to do plus 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Drop your 11. So we're at 11, 10. All right, let's see. 10, 15. I need to go 17 minutes. So what am I going to do? If I'm at 10 and 15 and I need to go 17 minutes, what am I going to do? If you said, let's do a rock of 2, you're exactly right, because I would go 10, 15, 17. So I'm going to add 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. Drop your 1, drop your 11. So did I go 17 minutes? Am I finished? 10, 15, 17. So my end time for that problem should be 11, 12. So let's see if we are correct there. Is it 11, 12? Yep, we're exactly right there. All right, let's do another one. So this time they switched the directions on us. We're finding a start time. The end time is 7:06. Erase those boards, kiddos. All right, so our end time was 7:06, so I'm going to put 7:06 at the end time. My elapsed time is 14 minutes. All right, so your boards, kiddos, should look like this. 7:06 at the end, 14 minutes elapsed. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to get that set up. Because we are doing the end time, we're trying to find that start time, we will be subtracting. All right, kiddos. We're at 7:06 right now, and our magic numbers in telling time are 60 and double zeros. So which one are we closest to, 60 or double zeros? If you said double zeros, you're exactly right. Now we're minusing. What do you think we should minus first? Well, if you said let's minus a hill of 5, you're exactly right. I'm going to minus a hill of 5. If I minus a hill of 10, that's going to go past the double zeros because 10 is more than 6. So I'm going to pull 7:06 because that's my end time. I'm going to minus 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Drop your 0. Drop your 7. Now what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to do a rock of -1. Okay? So a -1 rock. And the reason I'm going to do a -1 is because I'm trying to get this to 0, 0. Okay? And if I don't do that, then we'll be all messed up because telling time is either in 60s or double zeros. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Drop my 0. Drop my 7. Now, what do we do when we get to double zeros? At double zeros, that becomes 60. And because I'm minusing, that becomes a smaller hour. So it's going to become 6. So right now, 7 o'clock is actually the same as 6:60. Okay? All right, let's see where we're at. Have we went 14 minutes yet on our elapsed time? I'm at 6 minutes. So have I went 14 minutes? No, so that means I'm not done. Now, what are we going to use? If I use a hill of 10, let's see. If I used a hill of 10 minus 10, let's see where we would be. 10, 15, 16. Can I use a hill of 10? No, I can't because that's way too big. So I can't use a hill of 10. So let's try a hill of 5. Okay? So let's see. 5, 10, 11. Can I do that? Yeah, because that's smaller than 14. So I'm going to minus 5 here. Can I do 0 minus 5? No, I can't because if I have 0 things, I can't give you 5 of them. So 6 becomes a 5 and 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Drop your 5. Drop your 6. So I'm at 6:55. All right, let's check and see where we're at because we're not done, kiddos, until we've used all of our minutes. 5, 10, 11. If I'm sitting at 11 and I need to go to 14, what am I going to use? If I'm at 11 and I need to go to 14, I'm going to minus 3. You're exactly right. I'm going to minus 3. So I'm going to have a rock of -3. All right, 5 minus 3 is 2. Drop your 5. Drop your 6. I'm at 6:52. Now let's see, are we done? Let's see. 5, 10, 13, 14. So yeah, my start time then, when I started that activity, was going to be 6:52. 6:52. Let's see if we're right there. Let's see if we're right. We should be right, hopefully. So 6:52 it is. All right, erase your boards, kiddos. Let's do another one. We're just doing a ton of practice today, kiddos. All right, so when your boards are erased, we're going to go ahead and look and see what we're doing on this next problem here. This next problem says that we are finding the end time, so we don't know our end time. We know that our start time is 9:20, so we're going to put that at 9:20. We also know the elapsed time is 36 minutes. Okay, so we're going to fill out our boards. If you could do that for me, kiddos, fill out your boards. So your board should look like this. We have a start time of 9:20. We have an elapsed time of 36 minutes. All right, on our start time, when we know a start time, we are going to be adding because we're going to add to find what was my end time. If I started the activity at 9:20 and I did the activity for 36 minutes, what time was it done? All right, so what do you want to start with? All right, if you said we're going to start with a hill of 10, you're exactly right. Remember, we have to go 36 minutes. We're not close to the double zeros or 60 at this point, so we want to use that hill of 10. So I'm going to pull out 9:20. 9:20 plus 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. Drop my 3. Drop my 9. I'm at 9:30 at this point. I've only used 10 minutes of my time. So what should I do? Well, I have to go to 36. I think the best thing to do is do another hill of 10. Okay, so I'm going to do another hill of 10. That's another hill. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 1 is 4. Drop my 9. I'm at 9:40. All right, kiddos, let's see. 10, 20. I'm not done until I hit 36. So can I do another 10? Yeah, if you said I can do another 10, you're exactly right. So So I'm going to do another 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 1 is 5. Drop my 9. So I'm at 9:50. All right, let's check our time. 10, 20, 30. If I'm at 30 minutes, let's think about this logically. If I'm at 30 minutes and I have to go to 36 minutes, how many more minutes do I need to go? If you said a hill of 6, you're exactly right. We can do a plus 6 there. 10, 20, 36. 36. Let's do a plus 6. 0 plus 6 is 6. Drop my 5. Drop my 9. 9:56. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 6, 36. So my end time then is 9:56. Let's see if we got that right here on our PowerPoint, kiddos. So on my PowerPoint, I got an answer of 9:56. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on to story problems now, kiddos. We are getting closer and closer to your paper for a grade. Kiddos, if you don't understand this, you really should rewatch the videos, okay? Because typically this is a lesson in class that I'm really watching over my students to make sure that they are understanding. So if you're not understanding, you need to ask your parents for help. You need to ask them to sit with you while you work on this. All right, kiddos, here we go. Here we go. All right, kiddos. Mrs. Harriger spent 15 minutes doing her hair in the morning. She finished at 6:10. At what time did she start doing her hair? So she said she finished at 6:10. Finished at 6:10. So what does that mean? It means that I know an end time, okay? So if I finished at 6:10, we have to set up our charts. So we finished at 6:10. Finished at 6:10. We have a minus here. We're going to be minusing. We're going to be finding that start time. She did her hair for 15 minutes. Let me double check that. I want to make sure that that's right there and we're not doing the wrong problem. 6:10 and 15 minutes. Exactly right. And it says, what time did she start? So I don't know. I don't know what time she started. So we're trying to find that start time there. All right, kiddos, here we go. 6:10. What do you guys think we're going to do? All right, if you said that we're going to do a hill of 10, you're exactly right. So this is minus 10. All right, so I'm going to write 6:10 minus 10. All right, 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. And drop your 6. All right, kiddos, what do we do when we have double zeros? When we have double zeros, that becomes a what? That becomes a 60. You're exactly right. And if I'm minusing, that hour has to become smaller. That hour has to become 560. We have to be super cautious, kiddos. Time is only in double zeros and 60, so we don't want to go past that. All right, kiddos, so we're at 10. I have to go 15 minutes. So what am I going to do if I'm at 10? Well, that 10 is, I'm going to do a minus 5. If you said a minus 5, you're exactly right, because that's 10, 15. So I'm going to minus 5. All right, what's 0 minus 5? If I have 0 things, can I give you 5? No, I can't. So 6 becomes a 5, and 10 becomes, or 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Drop your 5, drop your 5. So we're at 5:55. Let's see, 10, 15. So I finished doing my hair at 5:55. Okay, kiddos? 5:55 there. Let's see if we're right. Let's see if we're right. So if you said 5:55, you are correct. All right, kiddos. Here we go. We're on our next problem. Make sure you guys erase your boards, because if you don't erase, we can't possibly get started. So erase your boards. All right, kiddos, here we go. You ready? Lincoln left for school at 6:43 a.m. He got to school at 25 minutes later. At what time did Lincoln get to school? So we know that he got to school 25 minutes later, so that's my elapsed time. When it says he left for school, let's talk about this. When he said he left for school, is that a start time or an end time if I left for school? You're exactly right. If you said that It was a start time. Yeah, when you leave for school, that's a starting time. So what time did he leave? He left at 6:43. So on our boards, we are going to write 6:43. 6:43. All right, kiddos, let's look and see here. All right, so we are going to be adding. All right, friends, you ready? All right, 6:43. We're going to add, what are we going to add first? I'll make this bigger for y'all. I am going to add a 10. If you said 10, you're exactly right, so I'm going to do a plus 10. All right, so I'm going to pull 6:43, and I'm going to do a plus 10. 3 plus 0 is 3. 4 plus 1 is 5. Drop your 6. 6:53. All right, kiddos, I'm at 10. Now, you have to be super cautious. Remember, we said that we can't go past 60. So if I did a 10, that would put me at 63, so that's way too much, so we can't do that. So on this one, we're going to do a plus 5. Okay? And that takes us at 10:15. We're still not at 25 minutes yet. All right, kiddos, here we go. So we're going to do a plus 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Drop your 5. Drop your 6. We're at 6:58. All right, kiddos, we have to get this to 60. So what do you want to do? If you said that we're going to do a rock of 2, you're exactly right. A plus 2. So I'm going to do a plus 2 here. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry a 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. I'm at 660. So what happens when I hit a 60? Well, when I hit a 60, that becomes double zeros, right? So that is, now that becomes, it's a plus. I'm going to make it a 7. So we are at 7 o'clock. So I'm going to make that up here, 7 o'clock. All right, kiddos, let's look and see. 10, 15, 17. If I did a 10, that would give me 27. So that's way too much, right? I can't do a 10. That would give me 27. But I could do a hill of 5. And let's look and see where we're at then. 10, 15, 20, 22. So we're closer. We're closer. We can do a plus 5 here. 0 plus 5 is 5. Drop my 0. Drop my 7. I'm at 7:05. All right, kiddos, let's see where we're at. 10, 15, 20, 22. And I'm going to 25. So what do I do? If I'm at 22 minutes, you're going to do a plus 3. If you said plus 3, you're exactly right because it's 10, 15, 20, 23, 25. So I'm going to do a plus 3. All right, what's 5 plus 3? 5 plus 3 is 8. Drop your 0, drop your 7. 7:08. All right, let's double check. 10, 15, 20, 23, 25. So my end time then should be 7:08, kiddos. Let's double check that and see. So is it 7:08? You got it. Good job. All right, kiddos, here's your next one. So it says Landry and his friends started playing a game at 3:30. It took them 47 minutes to finish the game. At what time did they finish? So here we go. We know that they started the game at 3:30. We know that their elapsed time was 47 minutes and they started the game at 3:30. So you're going to set your boards up just like this. The game started at 3:30 and the elapsed time was 47. All right, kiddos, here we go. So what am I going to do? If I have to go 47, what do you think we should do? If you said we have to do a plus, remember this is a plus plus 10, you're exactly right. We're going to do a plus 10. So 3:30 plus 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3:40. All right, I've only went 10 minutes, kiddos. I got to go 47 minutes. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do another plus 10, right? 10, 20. I'm only at 47 minutes. So plus 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 1 is 5. Drop your 3. We're at 350. All right. 10, 20. You need to go 47. Can we do another 10? Yeah. So let's do a plus 10. 350 plus 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 1 is 6. Drop your 3. Well, what happens when we get to 60? 60 becomes double zeros. And if we're adding, this gets bigger, right? Adding means bigger, so 3 becomes a 4. So right now we're at 4 o'clock. Let's check our time. 10, 20, 30. So 4 o'clock. Can we do another 10, you think? Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40. So we're going to do a plus 10. 0, 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Drop your 4. We're at 410, kiddos. And I'm going to move that up just because I'm losing space. So 10, 20, 30, 40. If I'm at 40 minutes, kiddos, and I got to go 47 minutes, what do you think we should do? If you said, let's just go ahead and plus that 7, you're exactly right, because that would be 10, 20, 30, 47. All right, so plus a 7. 0 plus 7 is 7. Drop your 1, drop your 4. So 4:17 should be my end time because I did 10, 20, 30, 47. 47, I have an end time then of 4:17. Let's see if we're right. Yeah, we're right, 4:17. Fantastic. All right, kiddos, here's our next one. Katie worked for 45 minutes on her craft project. She took a break at 11:35. What time did Katie start working on her project? So first of all, it said, what time did she start? If it says, what time did she start, then I have no idea. I have no start time. So I am not going to know my start time. That means it is an end time. So my end time is 11:35. I did my project for 45 minutes. So we're going to set up our boards just like this, kiddos. Because it said, what time did she start? I don't know. So that means I have an end time. 11:35 is my end time. I'm going to be subtracting. And my elapsed time is 45 minutes. All right, kiddos, once you're set up, we're ready to go. Here we go. So I am going to minus what? Well, I got to go 45 minutes, kiddos. I got to go a long way. So I'm going to minus 10. Okay? So I'm going to write 11:35 because that's where we started. Minus 10. 5 minus 0 is 5. 3 minus 1 is 2. 11:25. All right, what do you think we should do now? Yeah, we got to minus 10, kiddos, until we can't anymore. So minus 10. 5 minus 0 is 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. Drop your 11. I'm at 11:15. All right, 10:20. I have to go 45 minutes, and I'm at 10:20. Yeah, if you said minus 10 again, you're exactly right. So I'm going to minus 10. 5 minus 0 is 5. 1 minus 1 is 0. Drop my 11. Now remember, I'm getting mighty close to double zeros, and I can't go past them. So what am I going to do? Yeah, if you said, oh gosh, we got to do a minus 5 here, you're exactly right. I'm going to do a minus 5. 10, 20, 30, 5. So I'm going to minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Drop your 0. Drop your 11. So what happens when we hit double zeros and we are minusing? Double zeros become 60. And if I'm minusing, that becomes smaller, so 10. So right now it is 10, 60. I'm going to minus. Let's see where we're at. 10, 20, 35. And I got to go 45 minutes, kiddos, and I'm at 35. What do you think we should minus by? 35. Well, if you said minus by 10, you're exactly right. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 5. You're exactly right there. I need a minus by 10. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. Drop your 10. I'm at 10:50. Let's double check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. So my start time then was 10:50. 10:50 there, kiddos. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got it. All right, kiddos, that is the end of this PowerPoint. I know that this is so hard for us, but you have to put in the work. This is not an easy lesson. Students in class are going to be totally putting in the work, so make sure you're putting in the work too. Make sure that you are following along in this paper. Otherwise, this concept is going to be so hard for you. And if you're having problems, contact us, your teachers, or also ask your parents to help as well, because they might be able to help you because they get to sit with you one-on-one. So if you're still confused, rewatch those videos, get in more practice before you submit that paper for a grade. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, kiddos.